What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Run Your Mouth podcast. I am on a podcasting marathon. This is my seventh podcast in just the last 2 days. I did Real Ass Podcast this morning. I did Part of the Problem just a couple minutes ago. Now we're on this thing. And then yesterday, I did a Bukaki stream for the Lions of Liberty Network. I did my show. I did Part of the Problem. I did one other. I don't even remember. Anyways, this is an emergency broadcast. I wanted to call it a night. This is the Thanksgiving blowout Wednesday. Sluts are out there. They're getting hammered. They came back into town. You pretend like you went to whatever school they went to. Pull the old, I've never done that. I don't think I've ever gone out on this night. But we used to shed. There was a time when we used to do a bunch of drugs in the shed on this very night. But didn't happen this time. Anyways, we're about to get into an emergency broadcast with Steven, our resident non-scientist. You know why? Because there's new COVID out there. There's new COVID data, and you guys need to know this data. But seeing as how this is COVID related, I'm only live on YouTube for the first couple minutes to basically let you guys know that there's an episode going on and that you should move over to Twitch or Twitter to follow along. We're not going to be able to take comments, but, we're just trying to be good members of the YouTube community and let people know that they can hang out in cooler places and actually get content that they enjoy. Anyways, guys, bunch of live dates coming out end of year. Misinformation Spectacular Round 2 is coming together. Kansas City, Omaha, Nebraska, Tucson, Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. Going to be back at the Shell for New Year's. Just got a Boston date. Hopefully, going to do a date in Philly, trying to find a location. Hopefully, going to do New York City, lining some shit up. So come hang out. And then also, guys, load up on Sheath. Go to sheathunderwear.com. Don't use my promo code. Just email Robert and pretend like you purchased more than you did and that you didn't use the promo code so that he's not going to be able to track it anyways. That's what you should do. Go load up on underwear and then take pictures of your junk and how much better it looks in Sheath. Make sure to take before and after pictures. It's okay if you stuff the Sheath hole later with someone else's dick or a dildo if someone else's penis in your underwear is weird to you. I'm not trying to judge your sexuality. That's not what this show's about. We're trying to get into COVID misinformation. I'm not trying to judge you and whether or not you like putting other people's sheath into your sheath hole while you're wearing the sheath. Maybe you got a really small wiener and you can fit both of your dick and balls just onto the comfortable ball shelf, and then you can put someone else's wiener into the wiener hole, like coming around the corner. I mean, that guy's got a really big wiener. Maybe he's like standing right behind you, almost snuggling you. Wiener's going all the way around down the sheath hole, and then you could just send Robert the picture of the before and after of you and your your shitty old Fruit of the Looms with no wiener action whatsoever, and then the sheath underwear picture, which is the after picture, where now you got a big old wiener hog. So that's go do that. Thanksgiving sale. Go load up to our loyal sponsor, Sheath. Been here the entire year. And then, of course, you'll crate them home the $6 kilo. All right, Steven, why don't we just let people know why we're doing an emergency broadcast without saying anything that would be bad for this platform? We'll tease the segment, and then I'll just pull down this stream and we'll remain live on Twitter.
Right. Well, the Washington Post recently broke some news, and I guess we'll wait to read the news. But that being said, I almost threw my drink against the wall in the middle of the day, just yelling because the headline news story is this is no longer a pandemic of the unvaccinated, because in the United States for the month, there have been 58% of the deaths are actually of the vaccinated population.
And we can't get in trouble for that because that's straight from the Washington Post. So before we break down the information, because then, I guess, well, let's just, all right, we're done with